Tough used pickup trucks you can actually afford. Right now. Trucks that mechanics still talk about with respect. Trucks that other trucks get out of the way for. The problem is most people buy cheap trucks the wrong way. They chase a clean interior or fresh paint, ignore what actually matters under the hood, and end up sinking repair money into something that never deserved a second chance. This list exists to fix that. Below are 5 used pickups ranked from solid to absolutely legendary. Trucks that earn every dollar of their price tag and then some. Right off the bat, some people hear gas engine and immediately lose interest. That reaction is costing them money. The 2.3 Duratec that powered a chunk of the Ranger lineup is the same engine Ford trusted in the Fusion for years. It runs a timing chain instead of a belt, which eliminates one of the more expensive preventive maintenance jobs right off the schedule. The injectors on a gas-powered Ranger cost a fraction of what diesel equivalents run, sometimes 10 times less per unit. For anyone who doesn't actually need diesel torque for heavy towing on a daily basis, this engine makes far more financial sense. The mechanical heads-up here is the 4x4 transfer case. It uses a small electric motor to engage the system, and when a previous owner never bothered using 4-wheel drive, that motor seizes up from sitting idle. Before buying, cycle through 4 high and 4 low multiple times, and listen for clean engagement both ways. A clean XLT or Sport Cab in the $12,000 to $15,000 window is a legitimate long-term truck with manageable upkeep. No list of dependable, affordable trucks survives without the S10. It belongs here the same way rice and beans belong at dinner. Obvious, reliable, and nobody questions it once it's on the table. The 2.4 Flex engine under the hood is pulled directly from GM's Family 2 lineup, the same block that went into the Astra and Vectra. GM scaled it up for truck work, and it handled the transition well. Parts availability for this truck is borderline absurd. Rural auto shops in towns with one stoplight carry S10 components on the shelf. That alone puts it ahead of more exotic options when something eventually needs replacing. The suspension setup is old school. Double wishbone up front, leaf spring pack in the rear. It's not plush, and it won't pretend to be. Loaded up with cargo on a rough road, the cab gets noisy, and the steering develops some play over time. The steering box on this generation is known for loosening up, and that's worth inspecting closely before any purchase. But for buyers who prioritize work capability and low repair costs override comfort, units in the $13,000 to $15,500 range are about as safe a bet as used trucks get. The L200 Outdoor has a reputation in off-road communities that most trucks never build. Part of that comes from its shorter wheelbase compared to full-size competitors. It maneuvers through tight trail sections that longer trucks can't negotiate without backing up 3 times. The Easy Select 4x4 system is mechanically straightforward and has proven itself across decades of production in some genuinely punishing conditions. The one thing that matters most with this truck is the cooling system. The diesel engine in this generation runs hot, and neglectful previous owners accelerate that problem significantly. The fix is well documented. A 3-core radiator upgrade and strict coolant maintenance completely changes the thermal behavior of the engine. Trucks that receive this treatment run without issues indefinitely. Trucks that didn't will show their history fast. Buyers who understand that one maintenance detail can pick up well-kept examples in the $12,500 to $15,000 range. They move quickly when they appear, and for good reason. As a purpose-built off-road diesel at this price, there's very little competition. Ask any long-haul mechanic which diesel engine from this era they trust most, and there's a good chance the MWM 2.8 turbo gets mentioned before anything else. The reason is unusually simple. There's no timing belt, no timing chain. The engine uses a gear drive, raw metal meshing with raw metal, And that design is built to run for enormous mileage without ever needing to open the top end. 500,000 miles is a realistic number when the rest of the truck is maintained properly. The Frontier's character is different from most trucks on this list. It sits lower, which gives it better highway stability and a more planted feel on long drives. The trade-off is less ground clearance compared to taller competitors, so serious rock crawling requires careful line selection to protect the differential and skid plates from deep erosions. The transfer case chain on the 4x4 system is worth inspecting on any example. It's the one mechanical component that shows wear on higher mileage trucks. Outside of that, a clean first-gen Frontier with that distinctive NWM growl at idle sits in the $10,500 to $15,500 range and delivers one of the more satisfying driving experiences available in a diesel pickup at any price point. This truck is older than most of the people who want to buy it. That fact does not matter. The naturally aspirated 3.0 diesel in the square body. Hilux produces 90 horsepower, and that number alone makes some buyers walk away. They're making a mistake. This engine has no turbo to fail, almost no electronics to develop faults, and no complex emissions hardware to maintain. It is diesel combustion in its most fundamental form. Fuel, air, compression, repeat. Jump started off a dead battery in the middle of nowhere, and it starts moving. That's not a metaphor. It's a capability that owners have used in genuinely remote situations without any drama. The resale dynamics on this truck are borderline irrational. A well-maintained square Hilux bought today for $12,500 will sell for the same price 2 years from now, sometimes faster than the seller expected. The market has priced in the reputation. These trucks don't depreciate because buyers already know what they're getting. 2 things to check specifically. Weld repairs on the chassis. Trucks that worked in mining or extreme agricultural use sometimes carry structural repairs that aren't obvious at first glance. And the injection pump, which should be dry with no seepage. Clean examples land between $12,000 and $15,500. Find one in honest mechanical condition, and it becomes less of a purchase and more of a long-term storage of value that also happens to be a truck.